Hi, my name's Chef Janie Pendleton. Today we're going to be making blueberry strudel. It's very easy to make, and if you grab a pen and paper, we'll get started. We need a cup of milk and 1 egg, or at least when you put the egg in, there should be enough of liquid with the egg in the liquid to equal 1 cup. So just a hair under a cup. Break your egg, add it into the milk, and you should have about a cup. Well, I'll just go ahead and do that now. Okay, there we go. Okay, and what have we got? We've got about a cup of milk, just a hair over, and that's fine. Also, we need 2 1/4 cups of bread flour. All-purpose flour works, but I use bread flour. I think it makes for a better texture on the strudel. We need 1 1/4 cups of sugar. We need a softened full stick of imperial margarine. I use imperial because that works best for baking. It doesn't break down as much. I need 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and this is optional, but I go about 1/2 to 3/4 of a teaspoon of powdered cinnamon. Okay, I've added my 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder and my 1/4 teaspoon of salt to my flour, and I'm just going to blend that now. Okay, just give it a light blend with a whisk. Kind of incorporate it. Next, I'm going to blend my egg and my milk slightly together. You don't have to do this too much, just till it kind of turns yellow, a lemony yellow color. That's good enough. I'm just going to add my flour first. Okay, I'm going to turn this on number 1 first. I'm going to go ahead and add my egg and milk mixture. Go for just a minute. Add my sugar. Add my butter. There's a little bit more sugar in here. Must be humid out today. Stuff's getting stuck in the bowls. Go ahead and put this up for just a second. Beat this for 30 seconds. I'm going to beat this for 30 seconds. Turn it back to stir, and I'm going to go ahead and add my teaspoon of vanilla. And you don't have to add spices at this point, but I added 3/4 of a cup of cinnamon and just a couple of dashes of nutmeg. I'll go ahead and add that in. I like my strudel to have spice to it. I love cinnamon, so. This for about 30 seconds. Remove the pressure. I'm going to show you the consistency of this. Let me turn this down. So it's like a thick cake, a fairly thick cake batter. We beat that for probably a little bit more than 30 seconds, but that's okay. And we're ready to pour this into the baking pan. Okay, we're going to preheat our oven on convection at 350 degrees. And this serves about 10 to 12 people, by the way. Okay, we're going to spread this into our 9 by 13 inch pan. Okay, I've spread the batter into a 9 by 13 inch greased and floured baking dish. And I've tapped this on the counter a few times to get some of the bubbles out. Next, I've got a regular size can, which is a 21 ounce can of blueberry pie filling. And I'm just going to sprinkle that across the top like this. Now I've spread the blueberry pie filling over the top of the batter. Do not mix it in, just kind of lightly sprinkle it and kind of spread it over the top. Now for the topping, the third layer, I have a 1 1/4 cups bread flour, 1 1/4 cups sugar, and 1 stick of margarine. Here I use 3/4 of a stick. You can use a full stick. I don't use quite as much. And I put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds to soften it up. And I'm going to add this to my sugar and flour mixture. It should be crumbly. Just mix this up, and it should be like a coarse cornmeal. I'm going to take my sugar, flour, and butter mixture that I mix with a fork, and I'm just going to kind of mix this with my hands. I don't know if you can see this. Make sure that you can still see this. There we go. And see the texture of this? It's like really coarse, chunky cornmeal. Okay, we're going to take that, sprinkle that right on top of here. I'm going to pull this over here so you can see it better. Okay, our oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and we're ready to slip this in the oven. Top rack, 350 degrees for 45 minutes.